that had people scratching their heads, wondering what was the word salad.
Trump carried her by what? She was 8 points under.
She very much underperformed.
Hey guys, really quick.
Her hands are still bleeding from holding on to Donald Trump's coattail.
Really quick, we have a new statement from the king himself, Donald Trump, on Elon's new party. If y'all want to read it in the Joko Trump, go ahead.
Somebody.
All right, here, I can read it, and I can also do a Trump.
No, John, no.
George, you want to read it for us? It's so long.
Well, let me say real quick. Somebody said, that George Soros took over the Democrat Party and, kind of made it what it is. And it was we need a Soros on the right, and Elon was like, yeah, that's going to be me. And then actually, psych, I'm just going to go start my own party.
Well, not just that, VP. My fear is George Soros fractured the Democrat Party and created this progressive band of lunatics. The last thing I want is Elon and his technocracy to come in and try to fracture the GOP and create a bunch of technocrat zealots to be part of our party.
George. They already exist, bro. That's part of the problem. They already exist.
They're barely there.
No, there's thousands of them. All the people that bought their way into MAGA.
I'm talking elected.
Oh, elected. No.
I'm talking elected in Congress today. What are we, maybe 4 that you can turn around and say, yeah, sure, these guys are bought and paid for by Silicon Valley? That's about it. You don't have more than that.
Okay, Steven, you want to read it for us?
Sure. All right, here we go. Donald J. Trump. I am saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past 5 weeks. He even wants to start a 3rd political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos. And we have enough of that with the radical left Democrats, who have lost their confidence and their minds. Republicans, on the other hand, are a smooth running machine that just passed the biggest bill of its kind in the history of our country. It is a great bill, but, unfortunately for Elon, it eliminates the ridiculous electric vehicle mandate, which would have forced everyone to buy an electric car in a short period of time. I have been strongly opposed to that from the very beginning. People are now allowed to buy whatever they want. Gasoline-powered, hybrids, which are doing very well, or new technologies as they come about. No more EV mandate. I have campaigned on this for 2 years, and quite honestly, when Elon gave me his total and unquestioned endorsement, I asked him whether or not he knew that I was going to terminate the EV mandate. It was in every speech I made and in every conversation I had. He said he had no problems with that. I was very surprised. Additionally, Elon asked that one of his close friends run NASA, and while I thought his friend was very good, I was surprised to learn that he was a blue-blooded Democrat who had never contributed to a Republican before. Elon probably was also. I also thought it was inappropriate that a very close friend of Elon, who was in the space business, run NASA, when NASA is such a big part of Elon's corporate life. My number one charge is to protect the American public.
Well stated, Mr. President. Well stated.
Yes. Good readout, Stephen.
I know. I had
that was very clean. Thank you
for the president for how he could that very final line there. My number one charge is to protect the American public. I do have a suggestion, and I don't want to sound redundant here. If we could just end the H-1B program and remove all these migrants from our country, that would be generosity to the public, to the American public. Thank you.
I think that would undermine America's interest, and I can explain why. Although I don't believe in the expansion of H-1B, I do believe it's vital for us to remain competitive, especially with the race